Hello. So a quick just announcement about the channel right quick. For those that have been following my KonMari series, you may have noticed that I didn't post a video this past Thursday. And so I just wanted to explain what's going on and what to expect in the next couple of weeks. So I usually film my KonMari videos and do my purges on the weekend because I have my husband home to help with the kids. But my in-laws were in town, and so I didn't have a chance to film anything. And then it was my youngest turned 2, and so I didn't have a chance to film or edit. And I just decided that there's so much going on in the next couple of weeks. I have birthdays, my kids' birthdays, and starting school. And so I'm just not going to worry about that for right now. I'm not going to do any of the KonMari videos just because I don't feel I can really devote myself to it. Also, I'm in the middle of the kitchen. I've kind of hit a wall of just wanting to take a break for a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. It's what I need to do in order to stay excited about it. So no KonMari videos for the next couple of weeks. The good thing about my kids starting school is that I'm going to have more time during the week without them home. I'm going to have 6 hours each week with no kids. And so I'm going to try and get through the rest of the process and get those videos up for you, but not for another couple of weeks. So in the meantime, I thought I'd do just kind of some fun things with my planner videos. And so I thought it might be neat to look and see how my decoration style has evolved over the past year. I went back into using paper planning, I think it was July of last year, 2014. And I've done different things over the time. I've done different planners, entirely different systems. And so I wanted to go through and just show what that journey has looked like for me. So I started, if I can get all this other stuff out of the way, I started in a personal sized Filofax. So I had my inserts from PRX for 2014, and my monthlies I really didn't decorate that much. They're pretty simple. I color coded from the beginning. Occasionally had some washi to block off time. Occasionally stuck in a project life card for a challenge or a no spend. But no washi other than functional washi, not really any stickers or stamping unless it was a functional sort of purpose. But that was my monthlies. So the weeklies, here we go. Again, this was my very first week of paper planning. So there's color coding. I made some attempt to track the weather, but I didn't have stickers or stamps or anything, and I'm not an artist, so you can look at that and laugh. It's okay. I know it's pretty bad. But then I got my first washi. I'd seen washi in the planner groups, and I thought, okay, that's kind of neat, but so not for me. Eventually, I couldn't pass up a couple of rolls. I had a strict $1 limit for the cost of the washi. But I picked up a couple of rolls and a couple more. Started to make some more spreads with things. My first sticker and a little fun quote. So for birthdays, I had to break out the stamps, my kids' stamps, and color it in. But still not too over the top. School starting, some school things. And we keep going. Some doors more than others. This time I went sticker over the top. It's my oldest 4th birthday. And I started adding more just to complement. I have some spreads that I really liked I love fall. It's one of my favorites when I went to Disney World. But I love the fall stickers that I got. I started to do little themes. We're coming up on Halloween. It's all pumpkins. Now back to fall. This is one of my favorite ones. I cut a sticker in half. How creative am I? I had fun with it, and it was still functional. It still worked for me. But it was a lot of washi. So let's keep going forward. I stayed in my Filofax through the beginning of February. And in February, I tried to mix things up a bit. This was one of my favorite spreads, just as far as the way it looked. But I tried to I was using both a Filofax and my Erin Condren this week. And so I was using this more as a record instead of a planning, while I used my Erin Condren as the planning. So let's go on now to the Erin Condren, and that's where my decorating hit a complete peak. That's where I went off the deep end of stickers and washi, oh my. So you can see here, let me zoom back out for the wider pages. And these were punched because I did have it in the A5 for a while. I discovered how to print out stickers that would fit perfectly in the boxes. Now, obviously, these are not as over the top and gorgeous as some of the ones on there, and I never paid for any stickers other than ones that I got like at the dollar spot at Target. It's my monthly spread, a little bit more decoration. I was doing weight tracking, but much more decoration because I had much more space than I'd ever had before. Still did some themes. This was an Outlander themed one, and I tried to coordinate with the colors as much as possible. So that again went through April, and it was just a lot of space, and I wasn't really using it as much as I could have. So around this time, I'd already had a traveler's notebook, but this was when I really started to do all of my planning into it. So most of the decoration that I did was really on the monthly. That was where I did the most. And again, it wasn't very much. It was just kind of theme sort of thing. So a bunch of pink for Valentine's. Made my own pot of gold with the watercolor page flags for March. More spring and Easter. Red for May for some reason. Of course, patriotic. I don't think I did any. No, I didn't decorate for August because August is when I moved out of this size. But because I had already decorated inserts, I have the boho cottage, I didn't really do as much decoration once I switched over to the Majori. So I have a couple of things, a little bit of stamping, some planners to monsters, hipster bunnies. Again, stickers that I've made myself, they're all functional. So I have weather and tracking my caffeine consumption. Occasionally a little bit. So I feel like I found my happy medium once I switched over into the Midori. So I can still have fun quotes and things like that, but my pages already look pretty just with the information that's functional for me and just with what already comes on a blank insert. I'll show in the next one what it looks like. And so I was saving a lot of time not having to do all that decoration. Here we're getting into 1 month July, so all the color coding goes away. But it's still pretty because of how beautiful her inserts are. I'll show you the blank inserts. This is what it looks like completely blank. I think I only did 1 week in here before I switched into the Filadori. So here's where I am now with my Filadori. So I'm doing nothing on the monthly spreads because other than using washi to do longer stretches of time. All black. I did stop doing the color coding on my monthly spread, but it has that hint of color right here at the top. It's a very pretty light blue. And so I just didn't feel the need to do any more than that. So here I've moved more into the stickers as far as, let's do my first week too. Do some stickers. I got my silhouette working again, which has allowed me to make a lot more stickers. So I made yoga ones for when I do yoga. I have different workout ones, new coffee ones because my other ones weren't great. Laundry ones. I started using my book washi that I love to track when I start books. So I've gotten more into the functional sticker thing. And so I think my decoration is going to step up a little bit. But again, I'm not really using washi in here as much just because there's not really the room for it because it's already so pretty with her inserts. I did add a little bit of stuff there for my youngest second birthday. So I haven't started planning for next week yet other than one thing that I wanted to remember. But my next video will be on where I'm doing my creative outlet. So I had been doing, up until this current month, I've been doing Lister's Got a List. And so I was using some of that, the desire to use washi and Project Life cards and all that pretty stuff that had been in there, but I'm not doing that right now. So my next video will go more in depth. Look for that here in the next few days. I'm going to see if I can film it sometime this weekend and get that up then early in the week for you. But it's going to be a look through this Day Designer from Target. It's a daily, and I will show you how I've got it all set up and how I hope to use it to kind of fuel my creative juices, to have that outlet. Because I still love having pretty pages to plan. It's what brings me back again and again to a paper planner. But just not having that time, and especially in the smaller format, not having quite as much space. You can look, you can compare with what obviously the personal size Filofax is slightly smaller, but it didn't have the tracker, it didn't have some of the other more decorative things, and so I felt fine covering those up, whereas I don't want to cover up these. I chose these inserts because they're so pretty. So So this is a sort of random video. I hope that it was fun to look at and see how my decorating has changed. I would love to see how your decorating has changed if you decorate at all. I just think it's fun to look over the course of, we get into these crazy planners and we become these planner people. And it's so hard sometimes to rein back. You see these beautiful spreads and people that spend all this money on these gorgeous stickers on Etsy. And you want that. You want the grass washi. You want all the stuff that's trendy and in now. But where do you draw the line? Where do you find what works for you and is functional and what's creative and pretty and fun for you without going overboard? What's your happy medium? So I found it here in my current system with starting with pretty inserts to begin with and just adding what's functional and helps me to plan things better. But I would love to hear what's worked for you, and I'd love to see if you make a video or you've already made a video of how your decoration style has changed since you've been using paper planners. Please link it below because I would love to check it out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your understanding in these next couple of weeks as I kind of do my own thing and get away from the schedule that I'd set up just to make it manageable and so I can still have fun videos for y'all. So give us a thumbs up if you thought it was fun and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day. Bye.